Hi, my name is Reese. I'm part of the design team of the all-new Hydros Pro BC, and I'm going to tell you a bit about this groundbreaking BC. Hydros Pro is an exciting new BC concept from Scuba Pro. Hydros uses our new fluid form technology, which is a patented new method of constructing a BC. Conventional BCs are made using a process called CMT, cut, make, trim. In the CMT process, you take many layers of fabric, foam and backing, cut it out to shape and stitch it together manually. With fluid form, we replace the entire CMT process with 3D injection molded components. At the start of the Hydros Pro project, we decided to try and tick as many boxes as possible. In other words, we wanted a BC that could meet targets for the highest possible levels of quality, travel friendliness, performance and comfort. Traditionally, BCs are only able to tick a couple of those boxes. For example, a travel BC might sacrifice on a bit of comfort and a bit of durability, or a really high-end professional level jacket may not be the most travel friendly. With Hydros Pro, what we really tried to do was bring it all together to make one product that could do everything. The major feature on Hydros Pro is the fluid form technology. Fluid form technology is what we use to create the 3D injection molded harness that Hydros Pro features. The primary benefits of fluid form: firstly, instant dry. The injection molded soft Monpreen gel doesn't absorb any water, so directly after a dive, you can shake it off, it retains no water whatsoever. Second of all, the Monpreen is ultra durable. It's far more resistant to ultraviolet, chemicals and abrasion than conventional fabric BCs would be. And thirdly, the fluid form system is a modular BC construction where all of the components are attached to each other mechanically using a series of stainless steel screws, bolts and pins. The benefit of the modular construction is what we call BC for life. In other words, any component that ever were to get damaged, you could replace individually in the field or at the dealer with a bare minimum of tools. Some of the other benefits of the fluid form technology is the exceptional comfort that the Monpreen harness provides. The Monpreen components mold and form to fit your personal shape and distribute the load of the cylinder much more comfortably over a diver's body. The Hydros Pro is also competitively lightweight. We didn't try to design a BC that was the lightest on the market. Instead, we decided to design a BC that was a professional level BC that could be dived 3 dives a day, every day, but still be packed in your carry-on luggage for an overseas destination. Hydros Pro is neutrally buoyant. Whereas many high-end BCs have foam to make it more comfortable that makes it inherently buoyant, Hydros Pro is near zero inherent buoyancy, meaning you'll need less weight on your belt to get you down. One of the interesting features of the Hydros Pro is the body grip gel feature. The Monpreen components actually create a bit of friction between the diver or the diver's suit, and it helps to prevent the BC from shifting around or riding up on the diver. With many other BCs, you'll see divers constantly having to readjust or pull the BC back down. With Hydros Pro, set it and forget it. Once you've got the BC in the right place, that's where it's going to stay. The heart of the Hydros Pro is the dual compound backplate. We decided to stick with a rigid backplate for a couple of reasons. First of all, we can use a single cinch band. As soon as you go for a soft backplate, you need 2 cinch bands. 2 cinch bands require extra effort to put the BC on the cylinder, but they also restrict where you can locate that BC on the cylinder. If you place the BC too high up on the cylinder, the top strap can slide off the shoulder of the cylinder. With Hydros Pro and its rigid plate, we use the standard Scuba Pro stainless steel super cinch band. It's super easy to do, it's super easy to undo, and we've got a huge versatility in terms of where you can place that BC on the cylinder. The dual compound backplate consists of a rigid polypropylene plate over-molded with soft Monpreen gel. The polypropylene provides the strength and the stability. The Monpreen provides the comfort, the body grip gel, and the zero inherent buoyancy. Integrated into our dual compound backplate is a soft carry handle that's really easy to access and really comfortable on a hand when you're carrying your cylinder or your entire dive kit by that handle. An interesting feature on the Hydros Pro is that the shoulder straps are actually bolted onto the backplate using a stainless steel bolt. This allows the shoulder straps to be replaced if necessary, but more importantly, it allows the shoulder straps to be folded completely flat for packing when traveling. Hydros Pro features a torso flex zone that curves to match the curvature of your back, self-adjusting for different torso lengths in the process. Some really small details on the Hydros Pro backplate are the grip pads. and the spine groove, both of which are designed to provide extra comfort and stability when you're diving with the Hydros Pro. To complement the 3D gel system of the Hydros Pro harness, we have a military-grade webbing sub-harness that runs the entire length of the BC. In other words, from the rigid backplate, the military-grade webbing runs all the way to the shoulder buckle. From the shoulder buckle, it runs to the waist strap. From the waist strap, back to the backplate. In other words, if you were to take all of the Montpreen away from the Hydros Pro, there'd still be a fully functioning, redundant harness underneath that. Many BCs actually hang off your back due to the weight of the cylinder, but the Hydros Pro's form-fit harness, together with the torso flex zone on the backpack, combine to create perfect tank stability and location, similar to a hiking backpack. In terms of features, we've given a huge amount of thought as to how people are actually going to use the Hydros Pro in the field. And we've included many mounting points for things like knives, torches, marker buoys, even a special D-ring mounted on the shoulder buckle for your octopus, all the way through to things like height adjustable chest straps, adjustable waist pads that allow you to reposition where the weight system sits on your waist, and a huge versatility in terms of the fit of the BC. What that means is, for the average diver, whether they like to dive it streamlined with nothing on, or they like to look like a Christmas tree with a million accessories mounted on, Hydros Pro can be customized for their needs. One of the most important aspects of the Hydros Pro is that because of the modular construction, we can replace any single component that you see on this BC very easily with a couple of Allen keys and a set of circlip pliers. For example, things like shoulder buckles are bolted on with stainless steel bolts instead of being stitched on. That means that the days of sending your BC in for a repair are over. You order the spare part and you bolt it on yourself. From a comfort point of view, we've taken great care to ensure that the shoulder straps are shaped correctly to allow you good freedom of movement, to cut away from the neck, but at the same time to angle backwards like a hiking style backpack to give you really good cylinder support. We've also done things like integrate the well-known Scuba Pro rotating shoulder buckle with a second rotation point at the bottom that gives you great freedom of movement as you move around on a dive. The weight system is essentially the well-known and proven Scuba Pro buckle weight system, but it's been revised for the Hydros Pro. A couple of distinctions. The first one is that the buckle is not stitched on, it's mounted on with a stainless steel screw, and it can be easily replaced with an Allen key if ever the need arises. Second of all, because it's bolted on, it's in a fixed position, and that allows a diver to very easily attach that buckle with one hand. It also makes releasing far easier in an emergency. And lastly, the release tabs are red so that if somebody else has to release a diver's weight system, it's very clear where the emergency release is. To complement the buckle weight system that can accommodate about 8 kilograms or 18 pounds of lead, we have trim weight pockets on the rear of the Hydros Pro. What's really important is that we've mounted the trim pockets on the outside of the air cell rather than on the inside. It's a back inflation jacket, and back inflation jackets have many advantages over a normal jacket style. For example, you have a more streamlined harness, you have no squeezing when it inflates you, and you have a fantastic trim underwater. The only possible downside of a back inflation jacket is that some people find it floats them slightly face forward at the surface. We get around that tendency by placing the trim pockets outside the wing so that at the surface the trim weights will actually help you to maintain a vertical position at the surface. The trim pockets can accommodate around 2 kgs or up to 5 pounds a side and are operated with a quick release buckle that can also be replaced without stitching. We've spent a lot of time fine-tuning the air cell system on the Hydros Pro, and we've looked at everything from the shape of the wing through to the positioning of the dump valves to ensure that the Hydros Pro behaves like a low-volume tropical BC underwater, but provides high capacity lift at the surface for safety and also allows for easy deflation and great stability underwater. One of the things we've done is we've incorporated a 2-stage inflation system. The 2-stage inflation system is controlled by 3 bungee cords that run across the diver's back. Effectively, when partially inflated, the Hydros Pro dives like a much lower volume BC, which means there's less air shifting from one side to the other. It's easier and quicker to deflate, and that BC will hold you in whatever position you place yourself in. However, when you do need extra lift capacity on a deep dive or at the surface, you can inflate it, and the bungee cords allow that wing to open up to the 2nd stage and that will provide up to 35 pounds of lift on the smaller size jackets and 40 pounds of lift on the large jackets. As with most Scuba Pro BCs, we have a full donut design that allows the bubble of air to move freely around that air cell. We call it cross flow. The reason being, if you move from one side to the other underwater, the air can freely move around that air cell and support you in whatever position you'd like to place yourself. Hydros Pro is not a travel BC. Travel BCs often are made of lightweight fabrics and they're not designed for heavy duty use. Hydros Pro, on the other hand, is designed for daily use. However, it's what we call a travel-friendly BC. In other words, the weight is pretty good and it packs up really small to make traveling really convenient. The Hydros Pro comes standard with the backpack carry-on bag that can actually fit a full set of scuba, including regulator, mask, 5mm wetsuit, the works, with the fins strapping on the outside. It also ships standard with both the weight integration system and the Travtech waist straps. The Hydros Pro is actually two BCs in one. It's a professional level weight integrated BC using our buckle weight system, but it's also a super lightweight streamlined travel BC. When you buy a Hydros Pro, two sets of weight systems are included. Number one is the buckle weight system. Number two is the Travtech strap. Switching from the weight integration system to the Travtech system is a cinch. Fold back the air cell, locate the grey clip, release and remove. The weight system will pull right off. You simply then take the Travtech strap, feed it through the slot in the back plate, take the grey clip, insert and clip into place. Once you've attached the Travtech straps, your Hydros Pro is now a super lightweight, super streamlined travel BC. Hydros Pro doesn't have any built-in pockets. Our primary thinking behind that is that most BC pockets look great in the store, but on a BC, on a dive, they're not all that useful. First of all, once you have a 5mm wetsuit on, you're not very flexible. Second of all, once you have 4 kilograms or 10 pounds of lead in your weight integrated system, the pocket capacity is really diminished. And to get things in and out of that BC with weights in, air in, and once you're in a wetsuit really is not that easy. What we prefer to do is to provide mounting points where divers can attach everything that they might need on a dive. However, for people who really do prefer pockets, there'll be two pocket systems available as accessories for the Hydros. One is a rollout ninja pocket and a second is a thigh pocket that clips onto the BC and mounts around the diver's thigh. Alternatively, the hybrid cargo shorts work great. We feel thigh pockets are far more useful than BC pockets, and the Hydros Pro has been designed with that in mind. The first set of divers that we feel will be attracted to the Hydros Pro are professional divers and serious recreational divers. What will really work for them is the ultra durability of the Hydros Pro due to the Monprene, which is extremely robust and it's very resistant to abrasion, ultraviolet, chemicals, for example, the chlorine in swimming pools, all the things that make a diving environment harsh. Hydros Pro is excellent at handling those conditions. In addition to that, the BC for Life concept, where you can replace individual components on site, will really make it a fantastic product for people out in remote locations. The second set of divers that we feel Hydros Pro will be perfect for is divers who travel. Hydros Pro packs up really small, it dries almost instantly after a dive, field repairs are possible in remote locations, and also it can easily be converted from a fully weight integrated BC for colder conditions through to a pure tropical travel system in less than a minute with no tools required. The Hydros Pro is available in 4 men's sizes and 3 women's sizes and is also available in a range of colors to match the Seawing Nova fins. You can either buy it in the color from day one or you can buy color kits and add them at a later point. The Hydros Pro offers a lot of new technologies and a lot of new features that make it what we call Premium Plus. It offers all the comfort and quality of a traditional premium BC, but in addition, it's got numerous features and technologies never seen before. We feel it's got huge benefits for the manufacturer, for the retailer, and specifically for the consumer, and we feel we have a product that has an offering nobody else can match.